Welcome back to Combined Alien and Horror, where hidden truths and untold stories come to light. Today, we dive into three real school lockdown stories so chilling, so unexplainable, that many still whisper about them as if they were urban legends. Yet every detail was lived, and every second felt like stolen time. It began on a Friday, a normal calculus class, the kind of day students mark by doodles, not disasters. Then the loudspeaker crackled, the dean's voice, panicked, not a drill, go into lockdown. The lights were killed, the power cut, the air itself felt electrified. Minutes stretched like hours until the silence broke, screaming. A man's voice echoed down the hall, raw and violent, vowing death. He slammed lockers, his rage ricocheting like thunder. Two girls sobbed openly. Then the door. The pounding came, shaking the hinges. His voice demanded entry. Students froze, praying the barrier would hold. And then silence. The footsteps drifted away, but dread stayed rooted like ice in their veins. Later, staff admitted the man had slipped in, assaulted a receptionist, and vanished. Rumors spread that a janitor saw a revolver in his pocket before he escaped. To this day, no one knows if he was ever caught or if he's still out there, waiting for another school with open doors. The second story began not with panic, but confusion. Lunchtime, kids laughing, eating, planning their weekends. Then 4 sharp booms cracked the air. At first, many thought thunder, but campus security stormed in, herding students into a multi-purpose room. Curtains drawn, doors barred, teachers whispering. Something dangerous was unfolding just beyond the glass walls. Word spread. Across the street, a man had barricaded himself in his home, threatening to kill police, threatening to die. And before that, watching children through school fences with eyes that lingered too long. He wasn't just unstable, he was a registered sex offender. The realization spread through the room like poison. For an hour, hundreds of kids sat trapped together, every shadow against the curtain feeling like it might lunge inside. Later, neighbors revealed the same man had carved threats into his windows with his own blood the Halloween before. Everyone thought it was a sick decoration. It wasn't. And though he never breached the school, the truth that someone like him was allowed that close to children left parents furious, betrayed, and permanently on edge. The third story is the darkest. It comes from the basement of a high school. A young graduate, now working as a computer intern, sat in a windowless office. The lockdown alarm sounded, lights off, silence, no doors to protect him. Just shadows. He texted colleagues upstairs, waiting. Minutes crawled. Then footsteps. The basement door creaked open. Someone descended fast. Heart racing, he crawled beneath his desk, hoping it was a teacher. A man entered, silent, breathing, standing in the dark. His phone buzzed with a message, and that sound betrayed him. The stranger stepped closer. Finally, the intern broke, begging not to be shot. The man grabbed him, whispered he was just hiding too, and asked about exits. Plaid shirt, red hat, jeans. Something felt wrong. Then his phone lit again. A text from upstairs. Don't move. Gunman in the building. Red shirt, red hat. He shot a teacher. Stay away. Terror drained every ounce of strength as realization hit. The man in front of him wasn't a fellow victim. He was the threat.
The intern bolted. A gunshot tore the dark. Metal rang as the bullet ricocheted. Somehow, he made it upstairs. Police swarmed the exits, and the man was arrested at the basement door. The teacher he shot survived. The motive? Never revealed. The silence around it felt intentional, as if the truth was locked away to protect someone else. 3 stories, 3 schools, 3 betrayals of safety. They remind us that danger doesn't always announce itself. It seeps in quietly, disguised as a stranger's footsteps, a neighbor's window, or a panicked voice over a loudspeaker. And the most terrifying part? Lockdowns end, police leave, news dies down, but the shadows that enter those schools, the memories of what walked their halls, never really leave. So ask yourself, when the next announcement blares, when the lights go dark, will the door hold, or has the threat already slipped inside?